Hi everybody. It's been about a month, huh? It's been a while since I turned on the camera. It feels a little bit weird. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable sitting here. I feel a little bit uncomfortable having the camera on. But I want to make a video, so I just have to bear with it. Um, so I've been gone for about a month, and I just I really wanted to take time off from YouTube. And not only YouTube, but from a lot more other things too. Um, I really wanted to basically, I look at it this way. So I think for the last 2 years, 3 years, maybe even longer, I've been consistently running away from myself and who I am because I didn't like what I saw. So, and in front of me was always this image of art that I wanted to be. Like that's where I was trying to run to. And I could never catch up to somebody who I wanted to be or who I was presenting myself to be. Um, and it got exhausting. I actually got so tired from running from myself that about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I decided to completely stop and I just hit the brakes really hard in the car and I stopped. And this art that I was running away from caught up to me. And I started analyzing myself and I was like, ooh, this sucks. I don't like this part of myself. I don't like this. I don't like that. And it was a little bit overwhelming, and it definitely, I had to find some courage within to accept myself for who I am. And it felt so liberating. It felt so good to accept myself for who I am. And I felt like this weight that I've been carrying on my shoulders for the last years have finally dropped. Now, to be fair, it's not like I've been so enlightened that I understand myself 100%. There's still parts of myself that I'm discovering and I'm trying to learn about. Um, but it just felt good to kind of step away and analyze myself for who I am. Um, that's really important to me because I'm in a constant pursuit of happiness and I'm trying to discover how to, for example, defeat my depression. Um, but there's something, actually about depression, something I've realized. I've actually became so selfish over the last few years because of my depression because I only cared about how I feel, how I need to get over it, how other people care that I have depression, which it sounds really selfish. And I have been selfish. And it made me really blind to the people around me. Um, my mom once told me, she said, son, everybody wants to change the world, but your home is a mess. Now you can interpret that in many different ways. I see two ways. When you say mess is at home, I see this. I had a mess in here and here. And I wanted to change the world, but I couldn't, right? And then the mess was also at home when it comes to my wife and my friends. I realized I've been selfish towards them. I haven't been listening to them, how they feel. I've realized that in the last 2 years, I have not once asked my wife how she's doing. And that was just, I felt so terrible for that because she always cared, like, Art, how you feeling today? How's your anxiety today? How's your depression today? And I would tell her, like, I feel depressed, I have anxiety. I wanted the attention from her. And if you have depression, by the way, I'm not judging you. I'm sitting here judging myself. So for whatever you do, it's alright because I understand. Um, and the same cases with my friends also. My friends cared. They were asking hard, how are you feeling? Like, how are you? I'm worried about you. And like, I liked people worrying about me because just felt good to have that attention, right? But it was so selfish. And I started to actually, I feel like for the first time I started to listening to the people around me and my wife and my friends, and I started asking them like, hey, how are you guys doing? Like, how are you feeling now? And people started sharing with me how they feel, and I was like, wow, have you felt like this always? Like, wow, I didn't know that about you. We've been together for so long, or we've been friends for so long. I didn't know you felt this way. And sometimes I've realized, wow, I've heard this before in the past, but I never truly listened. And that's just something that, again, I wouldn't have realized if I didn't stop and analyze myself. Um, yeah, that was just it was kind of shitty of me to do that. Um, but there's many more examples of type of behaviors that I had that I wasn't necessarily satisfied with, which I'm still working on today. But at least I know they exist, and I'm not running away from my problems anymore, my personal problems. And guys, like I'm telling you, it feels good. That's why I wanted to take a break from YouTube, because it's not that I wasn't necessarily real with everybody, but I was in the phase of running from myself consistently, which has made me also do the same while I was making content. Because unfortunately, I mean, good and bad, I see content as a piece of self-reflection of who you are inside. And I don't have to be perfect to show you who I am. But I have to be honest and real with the people that I make my content towards. I don't have to necessarily share every part of my life with people. I don't have that obligation. But whenever I do share, I want it to be genuine, honest, pure. And I feel like my life has restarted in a way, and I don't want to make any promises about future content either. One of the biggest mistakes I've also realized I have done, I've made so many promises over the years and I've barely kept any. And that's embarrassing. But I shouldn't have opened my mouth in the first place. I shouldn't have made any promises in the first place to anybody, because I wasn't ready to do so. That's why I'm not making any promises about content. I'm just going to say, I'm going to do my best to make content. I'm not honestly sure where I'm going with content. I'm not honestly sure what I'm going to make. But I know one thing is that from now on, I just want to be me, myself. I want to be art. And not an image of art that I want people to see or that I want to be. I just want to be me. I hope that makes sense, by the way. I hope that wasn't too confusing. Things are getting better. For the last month, this break has definitely been something that was really good for me, and it was good for the relationships around me. And it's probably one of the best things I've done in years, which is, I mean, I kind of already said it in the video. To anyone that's watching, honestly, thank you guys for waiting so long. I'm sorry I've been gone, but I needed to be gone. I needed to find myself. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. But anyways, I mean, I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope that you guys are doing all right. I know weather's getting hot. There's COVID. I don't know. Well, you probably have your own problems and stresses too, right? I hope y'all feel better. I hope you guys eat some pizza. I think I'm okay. I think that's enough. Eat pizza. pizza makes people happy, so it makes me happy. Okay, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.